is good, yo? Guys, I truly apologize for the late uploads, and not only that, um, not knowing if this is going to carry over till tomorrow, but like I said in my previous video of Attack on Titan, the show must go on, and I really want you guys to have some daily content, at least, even if it isn't my best work, because I'm in pain still. Um, but yeah, so with Fairy gone, we get a whole bunch of political mumbo jumbo, but all for good reasons, because not only did we learn who could be possibly in possession of, the reason why our whole entire um, people, like the machines that they've created, are malfunctioning. We found out that it's definitely within um, the people who are making it. So the weird part of all this is though is once this is done and once this all starts to like transpire, the thing that they were trying to make obvious was that the new models weren't functional to the point of, can you trust them? Can you actually have these things protecting somebody who's the most important person within, these people that are here? And seemingly it wasn't, like they just, I don't know, they really dropped the ball because for some reason they were tampering with the new ones just so they would feel comfortable with the old and actually like lower their guards once it, um, is happening. But there's something about a show that openly tells you that two characters who are supposed to be good and they're underneath the person who's like the highest official in church, or just the highest official in this place in general. We're looking at this weird notion that whoever can um, own all the power and whoever can win the most fights gets to call peace, whatever they want to call it. And at the very end of this episode, we get to see just what that kind of looks like. We have a man who's fought in every single battle once he obtained his fairy ability, and because of this, it's clear as day that he knows exactly what he's capable of, but not only what he's capable of, but what the fairy is doing to him, and he still pushes forward and still works for the security and stuff. So it's kind of this notion that everybody knows there's something worse at foot, but what can they actually do about it? And if they do try to do something about it, you have to have all of the correct information, all of the right stuff to be able to even showcase that you have the right idea or you have the right conspiracy. And I think that is a little bit of what has just happened to Ray Dawn when it came down to the Prime Minister. Because if you guys remember, uh, the Ray guy supposedly is the one that the blonde goddess is after, right? And because of that, she has a really good reasoning behind it. She's not just doing it to do it. Seemingly, Ray Dawn is the one who, executed her villagers, executed her family, and, she's not going to let him get away with that. But the messed up part is of it all is regardless of if he's going to let him get away with it or not, is the fact that he almost pretty much got away with assassinating the prime minister while not even having any real type of supposed connection, in the attack, in the actual act of attacking and destroying someone that he may see as a, what did he call it? I forgot what I called it last week, but he said he had to handle some, oh yeah, to use trivial matters, like what could be truly trivial than trying to be the prime minister. It's not trivial, but I'm just saying, like, from him saying that to what we see now is literally him trying to assassinate uh, the prime minister, and the person who jumps in trying to save the prime minister seems more likely to be the person who is actually showing us the most case that he is the one indeed who started all of this, who actually made the malfunctioning things be actual reality. And now that we just saw him still jump in to act as if he didn't know anything about this, and he also did what he was supposed to do when it comes down to throwing your body on the line for someone much more, uh, you know, who has a bigger presence than you. And that's pretty much all they were there. Like the ears, the eyes, the nose, they're all supposed to make sure the prime minister, after the end of the day, is okay. So I think I just missed that. To think that, oh, I got him. To think that that wasn't happening is why the show is so good as of right now. Is all of this stuff was playing out and we could see it all coming. It's just the fact that if you have somebody who is truly, truly amazing at everything they do, it only grows, higher and higher. Now that Ray Dawn has done so much and he's been great at doing it and staying under wraps when he does it, um, now he was out in the open. Our blonde girl saw him not react to the prime minister being attacked, which gave me another feeling in my gut that this almost was planned by him as well. Like he expected something to happen, or he just doesn't care for the prime minister's safety in the case of if he dies, it was on him and he should have had more trusting people around him. That's just how it came off to me. I'm not sure if that's actually um, the case or that's actually how he feels and stuff because we didn't really get his side. But from what we've been seeing multiple upon multiple times of the other guy, the guy who's been smiling and happy about supposedly the malfunctionings of the robots, I think him jumping out and saving him is putting him a little bit further than Ray Dawn when it comes down to the Prime Minister's trust, and that's going to be the Prime Minister's true downfall when it comes down to the end game, in my opinion. I feel like the person who jumps out there knowing that he probably wouldn't die with how easy you can find the person blowing a whistle in that big of a crowd, I think he knew he was going to be alright. And even if he wasn't going to be alright, he probably wasn't going to get stabbed instantly dead. So really interested now, and I mean I've been interested in this show, but this story is absolutely nutty, and I love the fact that we are just getting more and more of like political people being dang there assassinated in front of a whole entire nation. So it's getting interesting. With all that being said, I hope you guys had an amazing day, night, evening, whatever the case may be. I am your boy, the Anime G, and I am in absolutely agony, so I apologize if this video and my last video weren't up to par like my last one, like all my others. But once I'm in pain and still trying to get these videos out to you, I feel good that I at least get them out to you guys. So I hope you enjoy, and if not, let me know what I can do differently, and I hope you guys have an awesome one. So with that, peace.